All right. How y'all be today? They calls me Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman on the Underground Reading Railroad. I come here today, I hear tell y'all's honoring all these here soldiers, called them Buffalo soldiers. And I just come out here today to let y'all all know that Miss Harriet Tubman, I was a soldier too. Oh yeah, they hunted me down, wanted, dead or alive, catch up, runaway slave. Harriet Tubman had a bounty on her head. Some people say went all the way almost to $40,000 for anybody that could catch me. But guess what? They never catch me. Never catch me, I tell you. All that reward money they wanted, they never get it. I tell you what I think. I think it was the good Lord. He was watching over me all the while. I didn't realize that until I run for freedom that day. I run so hard that day when I left that plantation. I got holes all in my boots, but I never stopped. I kept a running, sissy. When I finally get out there, about 4 or 5 days, I reckon I run. I wanted to get to that place called, what's it called? Canada. Y'all all heard about Canada? Yay? We called it the Promised Land. Oh yeah, 'cause when you get there, you promise you gonna be free. Oh Lord, I went there and along the way I had to sit down. Miss Harriet Tubman got so tired. Ooh, I sat down under this oak tree and I had to get me a little rest. And I looks over yonder and I see that same house with the big pine tree next to it. I passed that house yesterday. Oh Lord, it come to me. I was lost. I didn't know which way to go. I didn't want to go back down south where I come from. I was lost, I tell you. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know which way to run. And Master go send them hound dogs after me. I know he is. When them hound dogs catch you, they tear you half to pieces. Oh yeah, that's why we carried black pepper with our freedom bag. We carried black pepper or red cayenne pepper. We get a whole bunch of it out of our bag and we put it on the ground for them hound dogs. When they come running and sniffing, sissy, they get all that pepper stuck in their nose. They lose their scent, they run to the water. It gives us just enough time to get closer to freedom this way. Oh, I know you young'uns don't understand what Miss Harriet talking about. I'm talking about your history, where you come from, who you come from. You don't come from no slaves. You come from kings and queens. Y'all got to tell the cheering the truth. Oh Lord, they've been lied to too much already. But I served with them Buffalo soldiers down in Beaufort, South Carolina. They called for Miss Harriet Tubman. I was a nurse, I was a cook, and I was a spy for the Union Army. Late at night, I go over on the Confederate side. I tell that general, I cook you a good meal, sir. They let me cook all right. While I was cooking, I was listening. Oh yeah, I listened to everything that general said. When I clean up, go back on the Union side, I tell that general over there everything I heard that night. We win the battle the next day because Miss Harriet Tubman was listening. Oh, cheering. Them boys out there, They called me General. General Harriet Tubman. I served my country all right. They didn't want to give me my pension. But I come out here for another reason. Not to talk about these soldiers, because they were some good soldiers, I tell you they was. But I come out here today with these soldiers because we all worried. We worried sick about these here youngins. See these youngins here? They all gonna grow up, be big like y'all one day, running this whole world. What's gonna happen to you old ones if them young ones don't know where they come from, don't know who they is, can't read and can't write? We gonna be in a heap of trouble. So I come out here today with these soldiers, because we starting up the new underground reading railroad. And I want everybody out here to join up with me and these soldiers and make me a promise that you gonna turn around like I done. Turn around and go back and help these children. Help them to learn to read and write, because that's the only way they gonna be free today, is they got that learning in their head. They can take the money out your pockets, little boy. They can't never take that learning out of your head. You learn as much as you can learn. You could be president of this whole United States. Don't let nobody tell you you can't. You can be what you want. So all you biggins, I want y'all to raise your hand and make me and these soldiers a promise that you gonna turn around, take a child, teach him his words, his numbers, teach him that he come from royalty. Maybe then some of them out there will pull their pantses up, stand up tall, and be proud of who they is. Them cars with them lights on top of them, y'all know what I'm talking about. They sneaking around in your neighborhoods and they taking the little children to that slave ship on concrete y'all call a jailhouse. So right now, to stop this from happening, I want everybody to raise your right hand. Right now. I say get them up. Get your hands up right now. Did you hear me? Everybody, for the sake of the next generations, y'all repeat after me. I promise, Miss Harriet, that I'm gonna read more every day. And I promise I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna help somebody to read. Put your hand up, sissy. All right now, put them down. That's all I wanted. I wasn't gonna shoot y'all. I just wanted to encourage y'all to keep going. Don't give up. Don't turn around. Keep on for the sake of the children. Oh Lord, if y'all keep my words and keep this promise, y'all can turn this whole world around. You hear me? Listen to what these soldiers telling you. Bring these children so they can learn. Don't let them go out in that world not knowing who they is, or we gonna have slavery all over again. A man that don't know his history is bound to repeat it. Oh, I love y'all. I'm glad y'all come here to hear my words, and I hope you take heed. Do what you promise. Turn around. Help a child. I'm starting a new underground reading railroad. Come on here, sonny. We going to freedom. Right now. Come on. Don't be feared. You see this here? It's the next generation. He gonna lead them. Come on, sonny. Let's go.
He died and he fled for this land. All he ever wanted was to be called a man. He was a buffalo soldier. He was a buffalo soldier. He was a buffalo soldier. I'm just touching up my brass here a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see them two letters on that belt buckle there, but Frederick Douglass, a great statesman and an orator, he told Abraham Lincoln a long time ago, you give a colored man a belt buckle with the U.S. emblem on it, put a pistol on his hip with bullets in his pocket. This is going a long way to help making him a citizen. Me, I fought for this country for more than 25 years. I do say so myself. I can't fight for myself. But being a Buffalo soldier wasn't all guns and guts and glory. We did some of our duty in some of the harshest places on this earth. I swallowed enough of that Texas dust out there to build one of them Egyptian pyramids in my stomach. And that New Mexico desert wasn't nothing but snakes and scorpions and rocks. Daytime out there in that desert, it gets so hot you feel like a piece of bacon in a skillet frying. And at nighttime, it get cold. Bitter, bone-chilling cold, teeth-rattling cold. Wear 2 pair of long johns underneath your buffalo coat. Cause see, you was out there trailing Indians, you couldn't light no fire to keep yourself warm, you gave your position away. So you just had to walk around in circles all night. You better keep walking if you wanted to keep living. In order for y'all to know why I become a Buffalo soldier, you gotta know where I come from. I was born into slavery. Most colored men then were. I ain't making no judgmental statement about it, I'm just telling you how it was. What made me part of what I am today. Can you imagine what it'd be like to be owned by somebody? You can't have no thoughts about your life. Can't make no decisions concerning your own personal life. You're just waiting to be used like a plow or a shovel. I never will forget the day I found out we was free. Bunch of soldiers come riding up to the house looking for the road into town. They stopped to water their horses. One of them, he pulled out a piece of paper, read it to my daddy, said we was free to go. And my daddy said, well, we ain't got nowhere to go. Well, so I got to looking at these men. They were sitting on these fine horses, had on these long black leather boots, had these wide brim hats on, had gold braid all on it, had gold braid all on their shoulders, had pistols on their hips with carbines and sabers, and 5 of them soldiers was colored men. And they were just sitting on them horses, just laughing and talking with each other, just like the world belonged to them. Then after a little bit, one of them colored soldiers, he pulled out a map and he started reading it right there. Well, up to that day, I ain't never seen a colored man read nothing. It's against the law for colored people to know how to read. Can you imagine that, wanting to sit outside on a nice sunny day like today, read your favorite book, have somebody come up, beat you up, arrest you or worse, just for knowing how to read? Well, so ever since I seen them colored soldiers, I couldn't shut up. I just kept asking everybody, did you see them colored soldiers? Did you see them colored soldiers? I knew what I was going to do with my freedom. I didn't belong to nobody, belong to myself. And I wanted to be one of them colored soldiers. And when I heard they were recruiting for a colored regiment down there in New Orleans, shoot, I was ready to go. But now, of course, my mama, she wasn't crazy about that idea. But she know we couldn't stay in the South, not the way things was then. So my mom and my daddy, they was going up to Cincinnati, Ohio, where my dad had heard about some work that was going on up there. And me, well, I was going to be a soldier. You see, my daddy, he found this here barge that was going down to New Orleans, carrying a bunch of barrels of rice and crates of chickens and whatnot for the vendors to sell down there on the wharf. Now, my daddy, he promised the captain that we'd help unload the ship to help pay for our fare. Well, we'd be moving along the water at night, see, and when the stars would come out, my daddy, he'd point out different ones that he'd tell me stories about. I remember one night, one of them jumped out real bright and quick like. My daddy said, son, that's the Eastern Star. He said, if you keep your eyes on the heavens, you won't never get lost. And I never did. Well, sir, we ain't on in New Orleans by dawn. Ooh, I've been smelling that water for quite some time. I even tried to taste some of it. It was too salty. Wasn't like the Mississippi. But the first thing I noticed down there in New Orleans was all them little bitty narrow streets they had down there. And all kinds of colored people was walking around down there. Tall, short, fat, round. Some of them were so light they was white, and some of them were so black they was blue. And women, ooh, they had some pretty colored women walking around down there.
Oh, they wearing these pretty blue dresses, pink dresses, with these little parasols and whatnot. I mean, now you could tell, I mean, that some of them colored women, they were servants. But Some of them colored women, they had servants of their own. Oh yeah. And the colored men was all dressed up too. Had these little derby hats on with their ties. I tell you, I never will forget that. But the thing got me most off was all the noise. All the shouting and the unloading of the ship's cargo. And the vendors coming down to sell their wares to the people on the wall. Hey, get your picture, bring your cane, come get your oysters from the oyster man. I never will forget that, boy. Things are just moving so fast for me, I ain't even had time enough to stop and think about it. Might be the last time I ever see that. See, we found the place where they were doing the recruiting at down on King Street. And me and my daddy, we just stood outside. Just looking for a long time. I didn't say nothing to him, and he didn't say nothing to me, but after a while I see his eyes getting kind of shiny like. Well, he just grabbed me and hugged me and he held me for a long time, and I know he wanted me to make him proud. And I wanted him to see me in my uniform one day, but he just walked off. He got caught up in that colorful river of people as they moved in and out of them busy streets. Well, my first day in the Army was anything but normal. I mean, I had some idea what the Army was going to do for me. They were going to pay me $13 whole a month. Give me the first set of clothes I can actually say I ever owned for myself. But I had no idea at all what I could do for the Army. Usually, first day in the Army, you just go around saying, yes sir, because people tell you what to do. But everything that man asked me, I had to say no, sir. He say, son, can you read? No, sir. Can you write? No, sir. Can you ride a horse? No, sir. Can you shoot a pistol? No. Can you shoot a rifle? Yes. That a kid. See a master in Carolina? And we go out there in the woods and we be shooting at these deers and squirrels and whatnot. He say, hold up, them deers and them squirrels and them whatnot you was shooting at, did they ever shoot back at you? I said, no, sir. He say, well, this here the Army. We shoot at Indians, they shoot back. Can you stomach that? Well, after that, they gave us the indoctrination into the Army. Then they give us these uniforms to put on. And there we were down in Louisiana. Hot and muggy as it was, they give us wool uniforms. It must have took us 3 hours to figure out all them belts and buttons and hooks and whatnot. We must have looked like crazy men from an insane asylum. Well, so after they got us in the uniform, now they figured they can accomplish anything. So now they're gonna find some horses for us to train on. Well, I think some of them actually were horses, but I believe most of them were just old goats and dogs. Because they had gray hair, the tail was falling all off of them, they had suede backs and whatnot. See, General Custer's 7th Cavalry, he always got the best pick of the horses, and we had to take whatever was left over. Oh yeah, about General George Armstrong Custer, West Point graduate, all-American hero. You know, he spoke out in favor of slavery. Oh yeah, he said colored men didn't have the wherewithal or the bravery to serve in his unit. Well, when his unit got wiped out to a man at the Battle of the Bighorn, it wasn't a colored soldier among the dead. Well, so they finally did find about 10, 11 good horses that we could train on. We got all to mount up, our hell broke loose. I mean, you got children running all up and down the street. Hey, boy, don't let that horse go in that woman's house. Get the front of the horse, boy. That ain't the front of the horse, boy. Well, some of the men, they came walking back with their horses, and some of the men, they came back riding on their horses, and some of them horses we ain't never seen no more. Well, so my first year in the Army, most we helped protect the mail carriers, we helped build towns up out of rocks and dust, help carry telegraph wires and put them up. But one of the first missions that they sent us out on was this here border war that was going along down on the Texas border between these here Texas ranchers and these here Mexican revolutionaries. Well, that's what they call themselves, revolutionaries. But I didn't see them doing nothing but reveling and looting, and that's all they were doing. Well, sir, one day they stole about 20 horses off this farmer's ranch, and they was headed back to Mexico with them when they sent us to round them up. Now, we chased these here revolutionaries.
In the water, wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble water. See the host all dressed in white. God's gonna trouble the water. Looks like the leader of the Israelite. God's gonna trouble the water. So wait in the water, wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble water. See the band all dressed in red. God's gonna trouble the water. Looks like the band that Moses led. It's gonna trouble the water. So
Yeah, you can boil it. You can heat it up in here. Where I got a rope, I might be able to use it on my climb a mountain or something. Or if that bear's after me, maybe I can throw it up here and climb up the tree. But I mean, if I was me personally, I would probably take this right here. So, but once again, there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong, right? Look, you're still disappointed.
Got a rope?
So, let's put these down. Now, this is what we're going to do. Because see, we're going to see who's got the better hand. Now, if you guys look, there's a modern day pack to put everything in, a backpack. But over here, we have an old-timey looking backpack right here, right? What we're going to do is, we're going to take your equipment on the new side, put it in your backpack. You're going to take your equipment from the old-timey side and put it in the backpack. Now, on this one, I'm going to show you something. You got your side. Put your tents and everything here. You don't have to strap it up. Just close it. You don't have to strap it. And then throw everything else in here. And let's see who can pack them up the back. Wait a minute. Don't be getting started. I didn't say go. I didn't say go. No, but hold on. Let me get out the way. He's getting in position over here. I don't want to get ran over. All right. You guys ready? We're going to see who can pack up the faster. Modern or the old time. Okay? I'm rooting for old time because that's who I'm with. Okay? You guys ready? 1, 2, 2.5. Let's go.
Let's get off my backpack. I think these are your matches.
Now, you got to keep your canteen out, your compass out, and keep your hat because you're going to need those. You don't want to stuff those inside your bags. Oh, look at you go. No. That stuff down there stays. Just your 10 essentials. Now let's, oh, wait a minute here. Hold on a minute. Now there's something missing over here. What do you got missing? I said you need your compass, you need your canteen, you need your hat. So you do everything in it. You heard your feet. All right. So, how do we do? The old side won. I'm rooting for that. But he didn't really follow the instructions because now everything is packed up. What did he pack up in his compass that he's going to need? I mean, in his back that he needs.
His compass.
His compass. So how are you going to find your way out of the wild with the compass in there? Now, what if you were trying to get up in that tree in that bear, and the bear took you cut your bag and went? What's going to happen?
And you can't.
You're stuck. So you got your canteen, you got your hat. But hey, old time war. Give me some old time. Give me some. But you know what?
Old time is lost.
You know what?
I'll find it.
You know what? You want to glove them down. You kept them gloves too, just in case you climb that tree.
To my Lord and be free. No more weeping. No more weeping. No more weeping over me. And before I be slain, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave.
We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome.